Hello, welcome to Termite Machine Works. My name is Keith. I'll give you an example of how I was taught and when I was in the field and fitting seams. This is kind of how I handled it, and it's I like when scrap metal becomes your tools, and the old timers teach you something that helps you out and creates less physical effort and becomes a simpler job and more accurate, and there's a lot of things that go along with it. And so let's take this can be one sheet here for the seam example here, and we'll just put a couple little bends in here. Alright, let's just say you have an unruly plate, or that's how you got it from the delivery truck from your supplier. Hate when that happens. And let's just set these down on the table here, and I'll get them clamped down. We'll bring you in for a closer view of this. Alright, now I'm going to show this demonstration with stick rod, and I know that the welding machine is a little bit noisy. I learned to weld seams with stick welding, and I'm going to use my favorite rod that I loved to use when I was doing fitting, and it's 6011. It's a fast freeze rod, and it lets you move pretty quick. It's more flexible. It's easier to grind away. So it's a couple different reasons why I use 6011. All right, let's fire up the welder, and I'm going to give you an example here of how I bring these down. This high surface matching these two plate levels here. To start off the day, just cutting some scrap flat ends. All you need is a flat blunt, and the length, you don't need a lot of length doing it this way, because it's not going to take you physical effort to bring these two together. Alright? Take and bridge the gap there, and so you have 50-50, pretty close. Sometimes, you might have something in the way here if you need to push that down or whatever, but take your blunt in, grab the bottom plate at that corner, and tag it right there. As soon as the red starts cooling down, pull down, okay? Right here along the bottom, that straight edge is holding those two surfaces exactly parallel with each other. Now you can tack it on either side wherever you choose to. And if it pulls away, you have to start over, There again, bring it down. Tack it without bullshit. You're holding it, alright? Now we need to go the other way here. Switch ends, and that still looks pretty level. We can do that. Been a while since I picked up 6011. Alright, on this end here, we see a little bit of a gap. Okay, let's say you wanted to close up that gap right there. Take a load an angle on this side. Just attack side. All right. Then you can take a clamp. And you can squeeze those plates together. And then if you have a height difference, you can pull over, you can do your tack. Now I welded tacked these two angles on here with a spacer in between, like that. And that gives, with the welds out here on the end, it give you the push strength to drive a wedge in right at that edge there. And then you can drive the wedge in until you split your seam to the width you want, and then you can tack it. And then just knock the wedge back out. Okay, let's say that you had to weld prep a bevel on the edge of your plate, and it's a long plate. I dread grinding, and I don't mind dress grinding, but creating the whole weld prep sometimes is regretful grinding. If I plasma torch, setting up a straight line here, I take a roller like this. You've got great control, and you can really keep a nice uniform prep there. All right, and very little cleanup. All right, now I don't mind taking and dress grinding that. You know, there's a closer look at it. You know, you flip it over, and you could do the other side the same way. Okay, let's say you didn't have a plasma cutter, and all you had was a acetylene torch. Take a piece of angle. I prefer 2 inches. It kind of sets up with my Victor's tip and my Victor's cutting torch here. If this is 45-degree angle, if your weld prep needs to be adjusted to a steeper angle, you can put a piece of material under the back leg here, and you can increase your or decrease your angle, and it still maintain that uniformity. As long as you can control your in and out, it is very easy to control the drag. Well, that's just a couple quickie tips, and I wanted to throw those out there. I know one person that kind of wanted to focus this too, but if it works for you, the focus is fine. One note, I know in some of my other videos you'll see, and I'll be in short sleeves or shorts, and I'm welding, plasma cutting, things like that. I do wear protection. Now, I can handle a tacky tan. That's what I call it. While I'm tacking up and this and that, I won't get the full gear on, and my complexion can handle the tacky tan. But I have been burnt severely. Once I was doing a clad weld on a 4-inch round pipe, and I was sitting on the stool and I was spread eagle, and needless to say, I got a severe burn. I walked like I was rode hard for 3 weeks. I wear my greens over my sleeves there. Very important, at least covering up from the UV rays. I prefer these. They're lighter than the leathers. You know, and at the end of the day, you don't smell like a go-go girl on heat. So, you know, that's kind of my take there. So, you know, even though you see me in short sleeves, I do wear protective gear.